Okay, so this one made my blood boil. It starts with the Concerned Students 1950. We'll come back to who they are later. And this little protest village made up of tents, kind of like Occupy Wall Street. And so there was this student reporter taking pictures of the protest. You know, like a good, honest, ethnic minority Asian member of the media.
What is so hard about respecting our Bush? Because I have a job to do. Yeah, we don't care about your job.
I have a life to live.
He's just trying to do his job. Well, actually, yeah, if they've got a right to set up this little village of tents, damn straight he's got the right to take pictures of it too.
You think it's funny? You need to move.
I have a job to do. I'm documenting this for national news.
You cannot be in front of them like this.
Yes, I can. This is the First Amendment that protects your right to stand here, protects mine.
You're not going to yell at her. So just calm down. You're not going to.
Okay, ma'am.
She doesn't want you. They don't want you in front of her.
Ma'am, don't yell at me. Ma'am, the First Amendment protects your right to be here and mine.
They didn't seem to think so, though. And what follows is one of the most obnoxious displays of behaviour I've seen, where students, the intellectual future of the country, basically push him away, all the time saying, in a most disingenuous fashion, "Stop pushing me."
But that's my job.
And this is our friend. Our friend's life was on the line. We're asking you to respect that.
And I'm trying to document that for history.
The whole thing an element of that woman a ways back who deliberately comes and pushes her breasts up against a man, screams at him to stop touching her breasts, and then pushes him off a ledge.
You stop that! You stop today! You stop today! Get the fuck off me! Get your hand off my breast now!
If you would like to take photos, you need to please give them space. You cannot be this close to them. Please.
They're being close to me.
What I'm saying is, you need to
get your hands off my breast now!
Please, sir. Sir, I am sorry. These are people too. You need to back off.
No, there's no law.
You know what? Back off about personal space. Back off. Leave these students alone. Keep your hands. Back off. Back off. Go.
Don't push me.
We don't want you to tell our story. Not if you're going to act like that.
How your story is told in the media.
Oh, you know what? She gets to decide if she's going to talk to you or not.
She doesn't need to talk to me. I don't want her to talk to me.
She doesn't want to
You need
see
to
you.
back up.
I don't want her to
I know that.
She
You need to
doesn't
back
want
up.
to see you.
I know that. I know that. I know you better back up.
What?
I know that.
Don't push me.
Only, of course, to be cheered by the crowds. Pro tip, feminists. Playing the victim doesn't work when it's being recorded.
Don't push me, ma'am.
Don't push me.
Sir, what's your name? Can you please leave? You're at the Office of Greek Life?
My name is 1950.
Actually, no, it's not 1950. And yes, he is right. You do work for the Greek Life and Leadership, according to the university website, and also the Assistant Director of Student Life Office. Oh, and it's great to see the Student Life Office having such a commitment to the freedom of the press.
Sir, what's your name? Can you please leave? You're at the Office of Greek Life?
My name is 1950.
Ma'am, are you with the Office of Greek Life?
No, my name is Concerned Student of 1950.
Hey, you gotta step back, bro.
Check it out. As the meeting with somebody telling you to stop, you gotta stop.
You gotta step back.
You don't have to stop. You're on public property.
I mean, seriously, do you not understand that you just cannot run that level of dishonesty while a camera is rolling on you? Just like this teenager who got caught trying to put claims of molestation out there to divert attention away from him running stop signs.
You run by Browns Valley School every single morning. You blow through stop signs all the way over here all the time. You guys think it's funny? I'm recording you and sending it to the cops. We have a ton of people who complain about you. Too late. I already got you. I got you on dash cam video blowing through stop signs.
Okay.
All right? I'm sending it to the cops. You guys have been talked to about before by your principal because they complained to you about your principal. This is not an unreasonable...
911 right now.
That's fine.
I'm getting molested.
No.
You touched me.
Yeah, I didn't touch you at all.
You
I've got it on
I
video.
felt you. They all saw you touch me.
Yeah, okay, I've got it on video.
You molested me, fool.
I've got it on video and
you
dash cam.
molested me, fool.
Okay.
Okay, so back to our social justice warrior protesters. After they've harassed this Asian minority reporter, I know, shit, they'll be complaining about Asians being the best paid demographic in America next. Eventually, the guy taking the video ends up on the inside of this wall of social justice warriors.
You're pushing. Come on, man.
Nobody's touching you.
I know, but they'll change the story on you. They'll change the story.
I'm walking forward.
You're pushing me. You're pushing me.
I'm being pushed.
You're not doing your job. You're not doing your job.
It's our right to walk forward, isn't it? I believe it's my right to walk forward.
Inside the safe space. And what happens next is unbelievable. Un-freaking believable.
Hi, media. Can I talk to you?
No, you need to get out. You need to get out.
No, I don't.
You need to get out.
I actually don't.
All right. Hey, who wants to help me get this reporter out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You got that. She tries to grab the camera, and when that fails, she calls for some muscle to try and expel the reporter. But get this, it turns out that shrill woman is none other than a university faculty member of, wait for it, University of Missouri Communications Assistant Professor. Melissa Click. Yep, that's right. Melissa, media is love. Everybody welcome Click. Well, that was before this feminist media scholar decided that maybe she should set her Twitter account to private. Melissa Click. Communications. Seriously, she teaches communications, and this is her respect for the First Amendment. And yeah, of course she's a feminist, or more specifically, a feminist media scholar and professor in communications.
Oh, your playing days are over, my friend. But you can always fall back on your degree in communications. Oh, dear Lord.
I know. It's funny, Major. Lubchenko learned nothing. Nothing.
Let's see how this breaks down. Melissa's excellence in the classroom has been recognized by the MU Chancellor's Committee on the Status of Women in the Tribute to Women 2004. Wait a sec. Status of Women? Tribute to Women? These sound kind of sexist titles to me. I mean, just imagine how the feminists would flip out if someone got an award for the status of men and a tribute to men award. Let's keep going. Her work in this area is guided by audience studies, theories of gender and sexuality. Great, another feminist who doesn't understand what a theory is. And media literacy. Current research projects involve 50 Shades of Grey readers, the impact of social media in fan relationships with Lady Gaga, masculinity and male fans, messages about class and food in reality television programming, and messages about work in children's television programs.
No, you need to get out. You need to get out.
No, I don't.
Her research interests: media audiences and fans, gender, race, class and sexuality in popular media, television analysis and criticism.
Where is everybody?
Enter 101, passive analysis of visual iconography.
Everyone takes it. All you do is watch itchy and scratchy cartoons.
Holy crap, this is quite literally Anita Sarkeesian, but without the YouTube channel. I mean, let me just read you this one line from the acknowledgement of Anita Sarkeesian's master's thesis. And finally, I would like to thank Jonathan McIntosh for spending countless hours watching and critically analysing television shows with me.
Passive analysis of visual iconography.
Everyone takes it. All you do is watch itchy and scratchy cartoons.
Now, I'm a pop culture critic, I am a feminist, and I'm a woman. But one way that I personally deal with comments is to moderate them, because I really want to create a space where people can come and engage with feminist ideas where they don't have to risk being harassed or ridiculed.
No, you need to get out. You need to get out.
No, I don't.
You know, I think of it sort of like my living room. So if someone came to my house and started saying, "Get back in the kitchen," I would not so kindly kick them out.
You need to get out.
I actually don't.
And I think of my website and my YouTube channel in the same way.
All right. Hey, who wants to help me get this reporter out of here? I need some muscle over here.
And it serves as a perfect example of why universities shouldn't be giving out degrees in how to be a whiny woman with an opinion. Seriously, opinions about Twilight fans, opinions about pop songs, opinions about television, publishing in such great highbrow academic journals as Women's Studies in Communication. Thanks, Melissa, but I can see right here what women's studies in communication looks like.
No, you need to get out.
Well,
you need to get out.
No, I don't.
You need to get out.
I actually don't.
All right. Hey, who wants to help me get this reporter out of here? I need some muscle over here.
Actually, honey, I need some muscle over here is getting pretty close to incitement to violence, which is where your freedom of speech runs out and criminal activity begins. So what is this I need some muscle over here feminist communications professor protesting about? It's a movement called Concerned Students 1950, and they have some demands. Demand 1. We demand that the University of Missouri System President Tim Wolf writes a handwritten apology for the concerned students of 1950 demonstrators and holds a press conference in the Mizzou Student Center reading the letter. In the letter and at the press conference, Tim Wolf must acknowledge his white male privilege, recognize that systems of oppression exist, and provide a verbal commitment to fulfilling the concerned student 1950 demands. Well, you're only one sentence in and you've completely lost my support, suggesting that the guy got his job because of his white male privilege. Yeah, white male privilege. I guess this guy's got it too. Why don't you ask for a written apology of him as well? Well, that and the fact that you think that merely putting up a sign in a public open space immediately trumps someone's First Amendment rights. Yeah, way to go, concerned students. And demand 4. We demand by the academic year of 2017 to 2018 that the University of Missouri increase its percentage of black faculty and staff campus-wide to 10%. Now that for me really cuts to the nub of things. I mean, how would it sound if their demands were, we demand that the University of Missouri decrease its Asian staff to 2% by 2017? Well, why 2%? Well, why 10%? Because it turns out the undergrad population of blacks at the University of Missouri is only about 7%. So why do they want to be overrepresented in the staff? However, the Asians only make up about 2% of the students, but 16% of the staff. Because this is the dirty secret that social justice warriors just will not touch. That is that the best paid demographic in America is not the oppressive colonial white supremacist, it's Asians. Well, let me translate that into the dialect of feminist persecution language. That whites only get paid 83 cents on every dollar, and Asian gets paid for the exact same work. No, really, the exact same work.
And let's not forget that sneaky little pay gap. By the time the average woman reaches 60 years old, she will have made $450,000 less than a man in the same exact position.
Put simply, the wage gap that feminists are always complaining about, simply because they don't have a penis, is comparable to the oppression I face simply because I don't have yellow skin.
That's like a fancy-ass house, a truckload of chocolate bars, or 10.
And yeah, I know, it's not for the exact same work.
$450,000 less than a man in the same exact position.
But apparently Lacey here doesn't understand things like this. This is her video on why she's a feminist. And apparently it's because she can't read. Because if you actually take a look at the study in the links, it makes it quite clear that women are not paid less for the same work, but because women tend to do different work. Yeah, if you can't read too, maybe you should use that as a reason why you're a feminist. Now, there's a reason why Asians get paid more. And a lot of it is due to the fact that they spend their time getting a degree in something worthwhile, rather than spending their time whining about how terrible it is to be an oppressed minority or what their opinion on vampire fan fiction is. Don't get me wrong, America has a lot of baggage that goes all the way back to slavery, and a lot of it is completely FUBAR. Like this woman police officer arresting an old black veteran. 'Cause reasons.
Can you put that down, please?
What?
Aren't you holding a golf club?
I can't hear you over there.
Your golf club.
What about my golf club?
Can you please set it down?
Huh?
Can you please set it down?
What's going on?
Set it down, please.
I know what's going on.
Put it down.
This is my golf club.
I'm not going to take it from you, but it's a weapon, so set it down.
I had this golf club for 20 years.
Set it down, please.
Huh?
I'm not going to ask you again. Set it down.
When you call somebody, I've been walking with this golf club for 20 years.
Set it down.
Will you call somebody?
I am calling someone. Put your golf club down.
You call somebody.
You're being audio and videotaped.
No, you call somebody. I ain't done nothing to nobody.
You just swung that golf club at me.
I did not.
Yes, you did. Right back there.
I didn't see you. I didn't wave no golf club.
It was on audio and videotape. Put it down.
But the Seattle Police Department released the video this week along with an apology. William Wingate had been leaning on a golf club that he uses as a cane when the police pulled up and the officer inside yelled for Wingate to put the club down. She arrested Wingate for obstruction and harassment.
But how much of the blame can you really lay at the feet of the oppressive white man when under the exact same system, the Asians, who are just as much a minority as the blacks, reproducibly come out on top?
You lost this one, bro. You lost this one, bro. Back up. You lost this one, bro. You just lost this one, bro. You lost this one, bro. Back up.
Hey, where the signs at? Just put the sign in his face.
You lost this one, bro. Just back up. Just back up. You lost this fight. You lost this battle. Just back up.
Honestly, if I were a black guy on campus looking to change attitudes, I would be far more in line with following the Asian model. Because in the long game, being the change that you want to see will be a far, far, far more effective tool for fighting racial stereotypes than reinforcing them.
You lost this one, bro. You just lost this one, bro. You lost this one, bro. Back up.